Dave here with another Super Dave review. Super Dave here again with another exciting Masterverse review, and this time a Mattel Creation exclusive. That's right, Evil-Lyn, or Dark-Lyn, as they have called her. Look at those glowing eyes. This is from the Netflix series, and she is awesome. I have to say, I am impressed with this collector exclusive Mattel Creation invention of this particular figure. I know there's been mixed reviews, but I think she is sexy. She is hot with all the muscles. I know some people don't like it, saying masculine and all this stuff, but I'm cool with a little bit of muscle on a woman, and I think they did just enough to give her that buff look and big, you know, she's got the power. I mean, she has the power of Grayskull. And so she is indeed awesome. And so before we get into it, let's go ahead and look at her bio. If you'd like to pause and read that now, you can. All right, let's go ahead and break open Dark-Lyn's package and check her out. And here we are in the mix between Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain itself to look at the menacing, the powerful, the transformed, the heroic. And I know that technically we wouldn't have been able to have He-Man, She-Ra, and Dark-Lyn transformed by the same power here, but we're just going ahead and just putting these together. One side to represent the good and another side to represent the evil, which is kind of what Evil-Lyn did in the Netflix movie. I mean, she worked with the Sorceress, worked with the Allies for a while, and then, yes, she went back to working for evil in her own right, even really betraying Skeletor himself. And so here we are getting ready to take a look at her, and this is the little backdrop that is in the package with her, which is really cool pose for her. And then also, if you flip this around, you even get a diorama piece of like that throne of Grayskull that she sat in, which was on the back of the box I showed you earlier. And so that is really cool. I like that. So you've got a staging option there if you'd like to use that. That is really cool. But without further ado, let's go ahead and first take a look at Dark-Lyn's accessories. So her accessories actually come in this little chest, this little box here that says Dark-Lyn, Evil Cosmic Goddess. And so that is pretty cool, and it shows there some of the things that she comes with. And first, looking at her hands, she comes with a set of balled up fisted hands. She also comes with a set of weapon holding hands, and then she also comes with some open palm hands, which are equipped here. And you can also see those flame effects that are resting in her palms, and there's other ways, of course, illustrating those or posing her with those. And you can see that it's like a blue fire effect, which is really cool. So awesome. So Dark-Lyn is jacked, and she has a good set of accessories, being she comes with 3 sets of hands, plus this awesome cape, which is wired. You can wire this. Unfortunately, she did not come with a stand. I do have her posed on a stand, but that cape is wired, so you're able to, of course, get that taken care of easily by posing it around. So we're going to take a closer look at her as well as her articulation right now. And now taking a look at Dark-Lyn's articulation, looking at her head first. She strikes the pose like she did in the movie, and as you can see, I mean, let's just be fair, if you look at her in the movie where she strikes this pose, they actually brought down her muscularity just a tad. I mean, she's still plenty muscular, don't get me wrong, but you know, those arms are not as big as they look even in the cartoon. So I think they struck a good balance here, in my personal opinion. But that's all it is. But she's going to be able to look up a good amount. That's excellent. She's going to be able to look down a pretty decent amount. That ab did crunch just a little bit there, but you can see she can still look down a good amount. She's going to be able to get a little bit of pivoting as well there. And of course, she'll be able to look side to side. And it will bump this collar, and that is removable. You can remove this collar piece here. The only problem is, of course, it leaves those gaping holes inside of her clavicle region. And you can see she's very well endowed as well. She's got the big like H symbol on her chest, just like He-Man and Skeletor did when he had the power, which, you know, some variation of it anyway. But I think I'm going to leave this piece on here. I think it's very unique. Now, I will show you something that's unique about these shoulders. If you will notice, it's on a ball peg, a ball socket joint up in there. Ball peg, I guess is what you call it. So it moves around. So even though you're not going to be able to do a true 360, you know, you're going to get plenty of range, and that does move out of the way. So you can kind of position it, as you can see there. As her arms go up, you can reposition it and then roll it right back in place, and that really works really nice. I'm impressed with that. This is kind of like an SH Figure Arts quality style effect piece there. And so she does have, of course, the ability to go out about a T-pose there, which is plenty. She has true bicep swivel, and you can definitely see the definition of the bicep, which looks really good to me. I think that looks good for a feminine bicep, certainly different than a man's bicep. Quickly comparing it to Zodak's very quickly here, you can see definitely not as big as a man's bicep, okay, but yet feminine muscularity going on here. It's really cool, the definition there. But anyway, double jointed elbows, which get excellent range there. You can go all the way with those elbows. Looks really good, really good. So you can touch her head, and that's really good. Very good range. All right, moving these arms on out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look here. Just awesome abdomen. She definitely did not miss abs day, as they say about legs and stuff. And I love that blue translucent type jewel. You don't see it as well in this setting as in some pictures, but we'll show you some more later. But she will crunch forward about that much, and she will crunch back a good amount. It could be better, but it still crunches back well, and so that looks really good. And of course, she also can go side to side, so you can see getting that full hula hoop flowing, really nice, really smooth as well there. And also has a turn, a break there in the abdomen right below her six-pack. And it's a shame that they had to do that break. I would have almost rather them have done it lower down or not done it at all than to have broke that up. But it still looks okay, I think. And then you're going to be able to get full splits with those awesome jacked legs of hers. And then she also has thigh rotation. She's going to be able to get up pretty good there, as well as double jointed knees. So that is excellent, well done. And then of course she does have a calf break there, since there's no boot. And there again, that's another line that I kind of could have done without personally. And then she's going to be able to go full tiptoes there with that foot, go up a pretty good amount, and generous ankle rockers with the peg hole in the bottom. And just look at the detail there of the toes, even some detail in the toe nails there. So really well done overall for this figure. Really like how detailed. And there's her equipped with that flame effect on her fist. You can see how that looks on her fist there, looking good, really cool looking. And so she is just looking dynamite. I think she's really cool. And again, this cape, and you see the skirt can come around. It's kind of out of the box, just kind of almost ironed to go that way. I guess you could kind of iron it or steam it and get it to come this way if you wanted to, more like it is on the package, to have that gold. And you can see this piece is plastic, but it matches well, it flows well along the lines of that skirt look on the front. So you can kind of see how that looks there, the skirt coming along. But this cape is definitely awesome. It's attached back here to this piece on the back, on her back, that the ball joint for her shoulder pad armor is on as well. And it is just, it's pegged in the back, which I don't want to remove it on mine, but you can see it is a really thick material. It's a plain blue, dark blue on the back, and just like in the series, it's a galaxy style, starry material, almost metallic-y looking a little bit, not real metallically, but certainly satin looking on the inside with the stars. So it looks really cool. And again, it bends, so you're going to be able to bend it up. You're going to do all kinds of, as someone said, Batman style posing. And it does have that crazy long tag on the back like the other Masterverse figures have had with this deluxe cape. And this one just really does well. It doesn't shift when you move it. See, when you shift it like that, when you move it rather, it doesn't shift the whole thing like it did on the King Grayskull deluxe figure. So they did a phenomenal job with this cape, and you're going to be able to pose it in all kinds of ways. Looks really, really good. Bravo, Mattel Creation. To me, this is one of the best figures Masterverse has done so far in its quality and build and overall amazing abilities. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it right now. In my opinion, I mean, in mine, I did not have any QC issues. I'm not having any complaints with any of the paint. Everything looks good. I'm giving her a 10 out of 10. That's right. I'm giving her a 10 out of 10. I just really like this Dark-Lyn figure. She's definitely going to be one of my favorites. I think she is so cool. And yes, giving her a 10 out of 10. She is so neat. Just awesome looking with her bare feet, and she's just sultry and definitely adult collector material here. And she is awesome. Just a beautiful action figure. But now let's go ahead and take a look at some comparisons. And here she is with her other Evil-Lyns in the Masterverse that we have received. This is the first one in the first wave. So cool. Really liked this Evil-Lyn. Beautiful face sculpt. They've just done a great job with Evil-Lyn, in my opinion, as far as the beauty of her face. And then this one probably was my second favorite now. Was my first favorite Evil-Lyn until this Dark-Lyn came out. But she is just a gorgeous face sculpt, and just really, again, sultry and really cool looking sculpt, and just a really neat sorceress Evil-Lyn. But they've definitely outdone themselves, giving us this, as it said in the Bio Goddess. And this is such a cool interpretation of Evil-Lyn as one who has received the power of Grayskull, and her clothing, and just her height, and even her beautiful face sculpt, that like worked in crown into her hair with the jewel in the middle. Just awesome, awesome, awesome across the board. Just really cool looking Evil-Lyn here. I just think she is just amazing. Just really tickled over this collector's version of the figure. I mean, just a collector's only Mattel Creation, limited quantities. I believe she's still available. I know some people passed on this, but she is definitely worth it if you like this kind of thing, especially if you liked Revelation series on Netflix. Can't wait for Revolution to come out. Definitely want to see more He-Man action, hopefully in the next series, mini-series, or cartoon series of this franchise. But I am all in with this Masterverse line, and I think this is amazing. We never even got something this unique and this powerful and this amazing, in my opinion, even in the Classics line. And Classics was definitely on another level of quality, but Mattel Creation outdid themselves here. So I like it. Now let's look at her alongside of some other Masterverse figures, as well as checking out the height difference of these Evil-Lyns. Now, you can see here just how much bigger this Evil-Lyn is compared to her other Evil-Lyn renditions here, interpretations by Masterverse. The Sorceress Evil-Lyn, Sorceress of Grayskull, just in our regular, I guess, Revelation Evil-Lyn here. And then our Dark-Lyn, as she's holding the power sword herself here. And she does not come with a power sword, as I showed you in accessories, but she, you know, we definitely got plenty of them, so she can hold one and just looks really cool stepping out here. Her leg coming forward from her skirt, and then the other one still covered by her skirt. That middle section there of that cloth piece that's really rubber, but looks like a cloth piece that matches everything, just comes down looking so natural. You would never be able to tell it if you didn't hold it in hand and see it for yourself. In photos, you would think it was all cloth. It just looks so good together here. And I just think that Dark-Lyn is a knockout, and she is definitely at least a head taller than these others. And here is Dark-Lyn next to our San Diego Comic-Con exclusive 2-pack version of Skeletor with the articulated jaw and the metal purple sword, as well as the metal ram staff, Havoc staff top there. And Skeletor is like, "Give me back the sword, Lyn!" And she is like, "Not on your life, Skeletor. Now I have the power." And so you can see she is definitely taller than this Skeletor as well. They're looking good together. She's like grasping that cape there and flipping it to the side. Just really cool cape. Loving the cape. Okay, so who does the transformation better? Dark-Lyn becoming the Goddess Lyn, the Dark-Lyn who has the power of Grayskull, or Skeletor, God Skeletor, who has the power of Grayskull? You decide. Of course, they're about the same size almost, because I've got her on a flight stand again. Skeletor may just be a tad taller because of his crown here if they're standing side by side, but they're both bigger than your normal Masterverse figure. And I like this Skeletor. They're just so cool, and really love both of these to see what it would look like if they got a hold of the power sword and got the power. And here we have it. So which one do you think looks better? Dark-Lyn or God Skeletor? And here is Dark-Lyn with He-Man and She-Ra. And they're both sporting Hordak MX head sculpts. Our He-Man here, as well as on our She-Ra. And they are both buff chicks. I really appreciate the fact that the Masterverse did give She-Ra some muscularity, some muscle tone to her arms. Now, believe that, of course, Dark-Lyn has more, I do believe, but overall, really cool looking together with these. And here is Evil-Lyn next to Zodak and Revelation Teela. Her intimidating presence, her power, her majesty. She's like a queen. Reminds me a little bit of Charlotte Flair in on SmackDown WWE Wrestling, Charlotte Flair is buff and is always coming out in those spectacular robes, sparkling with just a dominance and a power. It's kind of what this Dark-Lyn reminds me of. Cool. Even with this backdrop of our... Oh, wait a minute. Who is this? Ha! Hey, Stacy Gwen. Or Gwen Stacy, I forget. And here is Dark-Lyn alongside the other powerhouses of Eternia of Evil. Of course, Skeletor and her friend and ally Beastman. There's a new Eternia Beastman. He is so cool and imposing. I have a review up on him if you'd like to check that out. And then even our King Altron, which is who I have made this guy in my MOTU universe. he's flexing, showing off his ripped body over here. And there's Spiral, who's so cool. And of course, Shadow Weaver, we have reviews up of them also, Shadow Weaver and Hordak. So check those out if you haven't done so. But she is just so awesome, wicked cool. And so please come back and see us on another Super Dave review. If you have not done so, please subscribe. And of course, give this video a like if you've enjoyed it. Comment if you have something to share. And come back next time and join us for another Super Dave review. We take you there. This is not just a review. We take you there to enjoy and even in Castle Grayskull and outside here in this setting of our Snoke Mountain. And so come back and see us again soon. Enjoy some photos in the photo gallery.